Hey you guys, hope y'all are having a good Monday and a good first day of 2018. I wanted to come on here right quick because wanted to talk to y'all about New Year's resolutions and tell you about something I discovered today that was exciting for me. First question is, do you do New Year's resolutions? I'm just curious to know how many of y'all out there that are following my page actually do some type of New Year's resolution. And if so, what is it? Comment below and let me know what it is. Oftentimes it's something related to weight loss or our health, and that has been mine for several years. But one thing that I'm doing this year is I have made a resolution that I'm going to declutter my house. We've been living in this house for about 9 years, I think, and it's crazy how much stuff has accumulated. And in the last couple years, my husband and I both have been really busy, and so it just seems like it's kind of like piled up and reached a peak now where it's like the bathroom, the pantry, our closet, the utility room, everything is just like overflowing with stuff, even like our kitchen cabinets. So I have resolved that I am going to declutter our house. But I wanted to come on here and talk to y'all about this because this is something I have found over the past couple years, is that most people that make some type of resolution don't follow through with it. And the reason for that oftentimes is because they don't break it down into actionable, if that's a word, steps to where you can actually achieve it. So when you're talking about weight loss, instead of saying, I want to lose 30 pounds this year, and then you start off on, January 1st, and maybe the first month of the year, you're really working on that, and then at some point you lose sight of that goal, or it doesn't seem like it's achievable, or it's too big of a goal, so you don't even start. And then at some point you just kind of fall off. It's not something that you continue to work towards because it's for one of those reasons, it is just not feasible in your head. So if you break that down when it comes to like weight loss, break it down into what you want to do in 3 months, what you want to do in a month, what you want to do in a week, and work towards that by changing your daily activities. So if it's weight loss or improved health that you're working towards, look at your habits that you have every day and try to change those just a little bit at a time, like drinking more water, drinking less sweetened drinks like sweet tea or soda or Coke or pop, whatever you call it where you live. If you want to lose weight, how much time you spend doing games on your smartphone. I used to play Candy Crush like you wouldn't believe for hours on end. Sit less on the couch watching TV and stand up and do some type of movement, exercise while you're watching TV. Make gradual changes like that and kind of resolve to do them daily. So make yourself a little schedule of like, this week I'm going to drink 8 ounces more water than I normally do, and I'm going to drink 1 less soda, something like that. If you can break it down into little action steps like that, that'll help you to work toward that goal, and so it doesn't seem like it's such a huge thing. Instead of saying, I'm going to lose 30 pounds in the year, break it down into how many pounds you're going to lose this month, and then what actions are you going to take to lose those pounds. So for my decluttering of the house, what I have decided to do is each day, and it may not happen on the days that I work, so 4 days a week, I may not be able to do it, but each day I'm going to do one little thing. Like today, I cleaned out my bathroom cabinet underneath my sink. I had a ton of things in there that was like old lotion and body spray, some shampoos and different freebie products that had been given to me in the past that I'm just not going to use. So I went through that and kind of cleaned all of that out. And then I plan on doing like one kitchen cabinet, one junk drawer, one shelf on the pantry, one cabinet in our utility room, and breaking it down like that so that I can continue to work towards that, and it doesn't seem so overwhelming that, oh my God, we need to declutter this house, and then I never ever take action towards that. So, hey Jackie, So I recommend that when you have some sort of resolution, some sort of goal, even if it's not the beginning of the year, but anytime you have a goal, try to break it down into realistic steps that you can do, little baby steps that you can do each day, and that will help you to achieve that. Now, also kind of tracking that, get a journal, get some type of log, a notebook or whatever to keep track of those things so you can see your progress. Now, at the beginning of the video, if you weren't watching at the beginning, go back to the beginning, but at the beginning of the video, I told you that I wanted to tell you about something that I realized today, and I was kind of excited about it. So in my Fit family, in the group that I run, the ongoing group for those that join me in doing the workout programs that I do, and we help each other with our food choices and our eating and all of that stuff, in that, we are launching a new group right now. And so we're talking a lot about meal prepping and doing pictures and measurements to track your progress at the beginning of this year as we get going on what our goals are for the year. So I did before pictures and measurements today for the start of our program that we're all starting tomorrow. And I wrote them down, and I was telling everybody in the Fit family how I was so bad at doing that when I first started, because I dreaded the mirror, I dreaded a camera. There was no way I wanted to take a picture, do measurements. And then when I eventually did do it, when I was 6 to 7 months in, I didn't really keep a good track of where they were. So I just like write it on a Post-it note, and I had little Post-it notes stuck everywhere. So I was giving the advice to the ones that are just starting to get a little log, get some type of little journal, and write it in there, and then when you stop this program and start another, you can see your progress as you go. Whereas for me, I have to kind of find my different Post-it notes everywhere, and that's one thing that I mentioned that I want to get more organized about. So I did my measurements today. I wrote them on my little tracker here, and then I was going through some of the clutter stuff that I told you I'm decluttering the house, and I came across measurements that are from 3 months ago? 2 months ago. No, 3 months ago. And I don't feel like I've made much progress in the last 3 months, and probably in the last month I've really kind of fallen off with staying on track with eating. I do my exercise every day, but I've kind of fallen off on eating, which is a huge thing when you're trying to lose weight, is you've got to include the eating part. So I felt like I've kind of backtracked, and I was feeling a little bad about myself this morning after indulging on New Year's Eve and all of that stuff. Then I found these measurements. They were from 3 months ago. It was when I was doing a different workout program, and the difference kind of surprised me, because I figured that I would have gone up on all of the measurements, but actually my weight stayed the same, and then I went down on my waist and my hips and my thighs. So I was pretty excited about that, because I didn't think I'd made the progress. And if I hadn't done it back then, if I hadn't tracked it and written it down, then I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have known my progress. I wouldn't have been able to kind of put my progress more in perspective so that I could be happy about where I'm at right now instead of beating myself up. Cassidy, what are you doing?
It's done.
Don't release it. It's supposed to sit there for 10 minutes.
What?
Yeah, let it sit for 10 minutes.
Alright, I would make macaroni and cheese.
So I have an Instant Pot that I got a couple days ago, and so I'm making baked potatoes in there. So I just hear Cassidy, she says the timer went off on the baked potatoes, and so I know that the recipe I'm following says to let it sit for 10 minutes before I release the pressure on the Instant Pot, and I hear her in there releasing the pressure. I'm like, don't release it. So anyways, my point of my whole video was I want you to take those goals, take those resolutions that you may have at this time of year or any time of year, make them into little chunks that you can measure and track, and then work towards your goals that way, instead of just saying, this year I'm going to be healthier. Instead of saying that, how are you going to be healthier? Write it down. Get a journal, get a piece of paper and write it down. How are you going to be healthier this year? What action are you going to take to help you to be healthier? What is it about how you are right now that you don't feel is healthy, and how are you going to change that? So I don't want this video to be too long, so I'll quit my rambling, but I just think that that is vital to you working toward your progress and your goals, is you have to reframe those goals and make them into something that you can take action on and something that you can track. So if y'all need help with getting started on that, feel free to reach out to me or comment down below, and I'll be happy to reach out to you if you comment and let me know that you want to talk more about this. And if you're looking for making health changes and would like my help and like to learn more about the Fit Family that I have, I would love to share more about it, because the energy in it right now is amazing, and I think it would help you a ton with your progress as well, to have just a little community of people that are all working towards similar goals, to help you to keep that momentum going once we get past this beginning of the new year. So if any of that interests you, let me know, but I hope this video was helpful for you. I hope you had a good New Year's Eve and New Year's Day and holiday season, and I will talk to y'all soon. Please comment below and let me know that you've watched.